Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the black and red. He weighed in at 90.3 kilos. The pride of Latvia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC Cruiserweight champion of the world, Mairis Briedis. And his opponent across the ring, also the defending world champion. Fighting out of Kiev, Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the skilled and decorated, undefeated WBO Cruiserweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch them up.
So here we go then, the first of a scheduled 12 3-minute rounds in this Unification face-off. The WBC and WBO Cruiserweight Championships on the line. The WBO champion. But what rapid progress he made through his 23 fights to date. Winning that world title, the vacant crown against Marco Huck. But again, Usyk pecking and poking behind a rapid right jab that he's rifling out. Such an adept combination puncher, good single straight from Briedis. And what an opening round we have here, just beyond the midpoint. And both boxers have already enjoyed success, and every modicum of success that comes from the accurate punch-picking of Mairis Briedis is cheered to the rafters here at a Regal Arena that is filled to capacity. Absolutely incredible atmosphere, feet and from the waist. But he's being tagged behind his gloves here to begin this opening stanza in this Unification Cruiserweight bout. Into the second round then of this Unification showdown, the biggest sporting event ever staged in Latvia, and that is because the man wearing the black trunks trimmed with red, who's just taken a stiff right jab from Oleksandr Usyk, Mairis Briedis, the nation's favorite fighting son. Terrific action with just over a minute gone in this second round. Double left right jab, left cross success for Usyk. Briedis comes back with a jab of his own. Both men have prepared diligently, assiduously for this, the biggest fight of their lives, an exchange of jabs in a contest where they're proven to be the equal of one another to this point. Deep into the second round, and this is an absolutely absorbing affair between operators of the highest order. Good right hook behind the gloves of Usyk from Briedis, then a snaky left jab from the WBC champ. Back comes Usyk now onto the front foot behind the southpaw right of his own. And Briedis with a single shot success. Hook around the corner. Fusillade of punches coming from the WBC champ. Terrific second round, and the bell hasn't been heard. The men continue to exchange punches. Finally, Kenny Bailey's comes between the two. And the third round is underway. Usyk out onto the front foot quickly. Scores with a good left hand to the body. And it's perhaps worth pointing out that in this tournament style of boxing, in the World Boxing Super Series, this semi-final action in the Cruiserweight division, that a winner or a boxer will progress through to the final tonight. Both of these men called in young, hungry fighters to serve as their sparring partners as Usyk scores with the right hook around the corner. The heads came together there. And that's why Usyk is rubbing his forehead. And the referee, Kenny Bailey's, calling timeout and immediately checking. Now let's see what the verdict is. Accidental headbutt appears to have called. Good left jab from Briedis, but then a jolting southpaw left from Usyk, and then Briedis' follow-up fell short. So into the fourth round then, of what has been an absorbing cruiserweight contest of the highest order through to this point. I was just mentioning that David Hay and Enzo Macronelli came together at the O2 Arena in a Unification showdown back in March of 2008. That one was staged at 2 p.m. local time to accommodate worldwide television, particularly interest from the United States of America. This one is being staged at midnight local time here in Riga in Latvia and is being beamed to over 150 countries worldwide. From the WBC champion, Usyk, perhaps mindful of the fact that Briedis enjoyed a good portion of the round, now trying to assert himself. He's continuing to peer between high-held gloves back onto the front foot. Usyk is often characterized as the bigger, slightly less flashy version of Lomachenko. Lomachenko's father has been involved in the training of both of them. He's a wonderful mover, terrific punch picker, but his fighting quality is being put to the test here tonight against Mairis Briedis. And he's come out fast to begin the 5th round. Oleksandr Usyk. Undefeated Cruiserweight prospects Mikel Lawal and Isaac Chamberlain, who's got a date at the O2 Arena against a fellow unbeaten Cruiserweight boxer in just a couple of weeks, and this is a strong portion of the round for Mairis Briedis. Usyk spending an awful lot of time covering up, trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with a left uppercut of his own, but it's single shots in response from Usyk to the combinations that are being put together from Briedis. Once again, which drives Briedis backwards. Significant moment in this contest because Briedis has been made to be uncomfortable, and Usyk is increasing the tempo, increasing his punch output, targeting the body with a straight right jab. He's trying to fight back, but there's less potency, less accuracy on his punches as he's dealing with the inconvenience of a damaged nose here in this 5th stanza. Briedis being driven continually backwards, trying to hold his ground, but he's not being overwhelmed, but he's certainly coming out second best in these exchanges for the majority of this 5th round. He spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffeted by a 2-shot salvo. The bell barely audible once again. Usyk was enjoying combination punches in combination success like that. He was training 2 to 3 times a day in preparation for this unification bout. Sundays was the only day of rest as Usyk gets through with a good right jab, then targets the body downstairs to good effect. 20th, 21st century, Roy Jones Jr., semi-pro basketball player, Manny Pacquiao, used to distract himself from the demands of the noble art by playing basketball as well. Aggressive in this 6th round compared to the 5th. Usyk still having success driving Briedis backwards, and he wrestles Usyk down to the canvas. Kenny Bayless immediately intimating, partially blocked by the glove, but those two words, right hook, left hook success behind the gloves of Oleksandr Usyk. He's trying to get his own back, scores with a left hook on the inside from Briedis as he's on the retreat. Left hand is a good shot from Usyk onto the front. Briedis intimates that, but he's still fighting off the back foot. 10-second clapper has sounded. Straight shot success for both men. So 6 rounds completed, a potential 6 rounds to go in this unification showdown in the Cruiserweight division. Absolutely nothing in it from my vantage point here ringside. The combined record of the 4 semi-finalists makes for remarkable reading. 83 victories, no defeats, 68 knockouts. With a combined record of all 4 men. Briedis targeting the body effectively as well. Trying to bring an uppercut into play. Briedis targeting the body effectively as well. Trying to bring an uppercut into play, but Usyk was wise to it. Usyk remaining in pursuit of his man. Briedis breathing through an open mouth. He takes a solid southpaw left there. But he's only gone to the strands on the other side of the ring. Usyk now looking to take advantage of any discomfort that Briedis is feeling at this point. 10-second clapper once again. Briedis, how badly shaken up was he by that left-hand success enjoyed by Usyk? There's a left-hand success once again for the man. Into round 8. Of what has been an absolutely fascinating fight to this point. Utterly absorbing, really can't take your eyes off it. I've been saying repeatedly when asked through the week as to how he's feeling that I am feel. which some enterprising creative has turned into a dub plate. You see Usyk going through his paces with that phrase repeated over and over. And add the WBC belt to the WBO one that he came into the ring with. Right jab success in response from Usyk. There's another pecking, poking lead right hand. Usyk driving Briedis backwards once again. Briedis just stands his ground momentarily, gets through the left jab before taking a stiff left cross that causes him to bend backwards at the waist. Effective aggression is often favored. Timing called, and round 9 is underway. This contest on a knife edge, absolutely nothing in it from my vantage point. Circular movement that he usually employs to such terrific effect, as though moving around the clock face. He's been a front foot aggressor for large portions of this contest. Said that he was aware of the responsibility that comes with being such a standard bearer for Latvian boxing. Briedis momentarily lost his footing. And two men standing within punching range, looking to find holes in the defense of their opponent. But now Briedis working behind his straight left. Good two-shot salvo from him. Same right hand success from Briedis. But Usyk proving impossible to discourage, continuing to work his way forwards, the Ukrainian WBO champ. But Usyk with a sneaky uppercut as he pivoted out to center ring. Is finding a home for the punches. The nose of Briedis beginning to leak once again after it was damaged in round 5. Corner did a terrific job staunching the flow of blood. But Usyk, impossible to discourage, steps right back into the fray and goes in pursuit. So into the championship rounds we go. Semi-final action in the World Boxing Super Series. Oleksandr Usyk, the WBO champion, making the 4th defense of his crown, the tournament #1 seed, facing off against the tournament #3 seed, making the 2nd defense of his WBC title tonight. Vander Holyfield was the undisputed champion, holding all 3 belts for the WBO, became widely recognized. Some aficionados regard Marvin Kamel as an undisputed champion because when he was the WBC's inaugural champ, they were the only sanctioning body to recognize the Cruiserweight division. But at the conclusion of this innovative World Boxing Super Series tournament, and this is absolutely absorbing to watch here at the Riga Arena. Both boxers deep into the penultimate round, and still both men continuing to extract the very best of one another. Both boxers letting their hands go furiously. Neither really found the mark during that fusillade, but that left cross most certainly did. So into the 12th and final round we go. The fans up on their feet here at the Riga Arena, and I feel that this contest is still up for grabs. Whoever wins this 12th round could well be declared the victor and become the unified Cruiserweight champion and book their place in the World Boxing Super Series Cruiserweight final. And both men letting it all hang out in the final round here, beyond the midpoint of a contest that is still anybody's in this bid to become the unified champion of the WBC and the WBO. Usyk just backs up. He's looking to cover up on the ropes and initiates a clinch. How telling is that? He looks to his corner, perhaps letting them know that he's okay, and now he sets himself for what is surely going to be the final roll of the dice. Fully on display here between these two athletes with perfect records and championship belts. The atmosphere is absolutely terrific here at the Riga Arena. And still, both men punching right up until the final bell. What a fantastic contest we have just...
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, and now he is the WBC and WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Oleksandr Usyk.